Pramila, and eventually Sean. I'm working very hard to be as brief as you need me to, but it's not very easy. Tesla. Nikola. Autistic AF. Who was right here in the beginning. This is a 1980 pretty good biography, at least on page 5. Of course I am. I'm the 5th force. And Nikola, he had to have 18 napkins. He liked numbers divided by 3. His lab was at 33. I've already put on film. I want 55 grand to start. 333 for a documentary on reversing my autism by myself, so we can have quality of life interventions, so we can help the parents help the kids. They got to know what's going on inside an autistic body and mind. All right, so this is a story. This is he went to dinner, and then Mark Twain's coming over. There's a journalist at Tesla's, demonstrating a whole bunch of stuff. Okay, so so there was a platform. It's vibrating, and Mark Twain wanted to get on it, and Tesla said, all right, but don't stay too long. Come off when I give you the word. Twain was like, humming and vibrating on the platform like a gigantic bumblebee. He's delighted. He whooped and waved his arms. Everyone watched in amusement. Tesla said, all right, Mark, you had enough. Come on down. Not by a jugful, said the humorist. I'm enjoying this. Vibration is bliss. But seriously, you better come down. In the philosophical hypothesis of bio-electromagnetism, insisted Tesla. Believe me, it's best that you do so. Twain laughed. You're going to get me off this with a derrick. The words were scarcely out of his mouth when the expression froze. He lurched stiffly forward towards the edge of the platform, frantically waving at Tesla. Stop! Quick! Where is it? The inventor helped him down with a smile and propelled him in the direction of the restroom. The laxative effect of the vibrator was well known to him and his assistants. No one else volunteered, but they clamored for an explanation of why he had not been electrocuted on a previous demonstration when he electrocuted a small animal, but he himself was fine. As long as the frequencies were high, he said, alternating currents of great voltages flowed largely on the outer surfaces of the skin without injury. But it was no stunt for amateurs, he warned. Milliamperes penetrating nerve tissue could be fatal, while amperes distributed over the skin could be tolerated for short periods. Very low currents flowing beneath the skin, whether alternating or direct, could kill. I'm sorry, but I got some savant skills that have got to be protected immediately. And I got $3 billion entercation empires. Life-Centric Thinking, bio-electromagnetism, and its placebo tools. Probably get that trillion for Elon Musk. And then the hashtag Breaking Brilliant Entercation Empire. This performance that he's doing. It's an altered state of consciousness. Performance is an altered state of consciousness. What we need to do, and I'm giving you all the IP. Quality of life insurance. Quality of life. I was used to calling them interventions, but I'm going to come away from that word. We'll find a better one. Philosophy, applied, placebo tools, quality of life. It's the stuff that just simply can't have side effects. You either figure out and get the right dosage of bioelectromagnetism, or you're perfectly fine. It's interesting that this vibration thing causes the bowels. It goes in with my theory of environmental trauma. Altered states of consciousness. Brainwaves, savant skill. I think I'm the apex intellect. Philosophical interoception. Not just Tesla. You'll see in my last playlist, Greta Thunberg. When she was near being admitted to the hospital for not eating. What does she want? Avocados and gnocchi. I'm sitting here eating potato chips and an avocado. And it goes on, her younger sister, and they're saying ADHD. Everything her parents did frustrated her. She didn't want to be around them, but she was perfect in public. Both sisters. One's autistic, one's... And I've been reading The Body Keeps the Score, and Gabor Mate's over here, The Myth of Normal. You know, getting all my references, all my philosophical arguments together. The DSM is... I'm just quoting Bessel. They won't have a developmental trauma disorder diagnosis to unite all these things, and it's just something's wrong with the kids. No, the environment is harming the kids. Let's help parents help themselves. This is what I'm asking you to invest in phases and give me some deliverables. First up, I gotta be kept alive. We could go get the biography of Richard Feynman. I can do some of this. Here's a book. I didn't even know this existed. The Boy Who Felt Too Much. How a renowned neuroscientist and his son changed our view of autism forever. Well, not really. I think they're Israeli. And the guy's Henry Markham, the father of the autistic son, is the Elon Musk of neuroscience. I'm the Elon Musk of, first let's get all the needs of Earthlings met before we send a post-it to Mars. There's a hashtag Socratic Improv on that. Yeah, they don't say. I believe Israeli. In German. The book was published in 2020. Some things in here, again, he's got this hypothesis, which is what? Intense world syndrome. Okay, you know, it's, and then everyone wants to make up their own thing. And I have a lot of respect. I think everyone's trying their best. I don't think there's a lot of quackery in the world. I think there's a PR campaign from someone somewhere trying to, you know, keep all of the good stuff in just a few hands. And why I'm demanding money, and you know, I'm autistic. I'm just describing the scenario. I'm doing the brainstorm. I'm doing a lot of the work, and then you'll come back in and you'll negotiate. I'm short of 55 works. I'm lowballing myself. I'm lowballing myself on the documentary, but I'm thinking Cannes quality short. I don't know what gets us, you know, what's the minimum to get us into Cannes, because I want to change the whole world, save our species from self-extincting. So if the documentary about me and the application of my philosophical hypothesis of bio-electromagnetism on autism makes me the Nikola Tesla of life-centric thinking, and this goes through Einstein, definitely autistic. And when Einstein ended up at Princeton, there's a book, When Einstein Walked with Gödel. Kurt Gödel, Austrian mathematician. He's the incompleteness theorem. He's the intellect's intellect. Autistic. He died of fear of refrigerator gases. Him in Austria and Serbo-Croatian Tesla. Tesla's much younger. I'm not good with numbers and dates. Numbers that aren't my own numbers, my 3s and my 5s. And, you know, there's a reason for this. So I am the fifth force. So you know the movie The Fifth Element, Fifth Force. And I am trying, I make all these allusions to entercation, to the entertainment industry, to build rapport, to establish myself, just like Dr. Gaetanis. 300 ECT treatments, and nobody really, like, we're all so socialized. Like, I'm back there in the corner. I know the film crew got me, like, what the? Who's torturing this child? Who's letting it happen? What do I have to say here? Please, pardon my hyperlexia. I've created 2 practice 15-minute pitches. You got interns and staff, right? They can whatever you need to executive summary. I think they're worth checks, Sean. They're NFT art, digital art, of how I stayed alive, of how I built this theory, of how I changed my facial structure, of how I developed the capacity to talk after I hadn't had really anyone to talk to. I was a hermit for the whole decade before the pandemic. I got better just as the pandemic occurred. So here I am, having lost 150 pounds in the 15 months out of turning 50, and I'm just on LinkedIn. And I did some good work. No money occurred. I'm too vast a thinker. Everyone wants quick 90-day results. I'm offering, very sincerely, Deb Talks, somewhere in the Wellbeing Philosophy Institute, Breaking Brilliant Education Empire. Deb Talks is the Khan Academy crossed with TED Talks. But instead of the whole TED model of white people standing there and you have to have 3 coaches and you have to... Deb Talks is dynamic, energetic, brilliant, focused on the global majority. And I'm all getting twisted. There's this insights worth performing, performance art. This whole thing, Mark Twain. My Mark Twain is the Mark Twain Award winner, Dave Chappelle. I'm in his godbrother's hometown. He's the head of the Sierra Club. That's where the Greta Thunberg, Ben Jealous, head of the Sierra Club thing all starts tying together. I'm telling you. Please appoint me as the well-being philosopher in residence of the Brain Foundation. Keep me alive. And just the money, but it's not about the money. It's about the impact. I knew it. My glasses are stuck in my hair. Happens. I was going to do this inside the Carnegie Library. Oh, that's again 15 minutes. Well, things are what they are. Right, there's the Carnegie Library. I won't even twist you around. I just want to get what Greta Thunberg's mom said. Page 30. So, okay. Greta, she can rattle off the periodic table from memory, but it bothers her when she doesn't know how to pronounce some of the elements. Mendeleev, the creator of the periodic table, autistic. We autistic people, we resonate with each other quite a great deal, even across history. Greta's teacher instructs her in the spare period. They tried to fire her and everything. That don't be helping Greta by herself. And the teacher said, I've seen too many highly sensitive, highly functioning girls fall apart. We know it's subtle and we're really ignored. That's why I'm needing to beg you to keep me alive. When people fall apart, this is Milena Ernman. She kept her name father. She was a major opera singer. When people fall apart, it's hard to put them back together. And despite the fact that there are lots of will and knowledge to be found, the tools are often blunt and can be hopelessly ineffective. There's help to be had within the framework of the system, for some. For those who fit into one of the few available templates or patterns, Greta is not one of them. And Deb, you can call me Zenzi. I got a neurotype of my own in so many ways. Because I'm 55. We have almost around the clock for several months before it sinks in that we have to do everything ourselves, and we are far from alone in that insight. We're stuck in a catch-22 between 3 different institutions and devote all our waking hours going to meetings about what can be done, maybe later on. In any functioning social structure, there should, of course, be an entity with sufficient resources to educate and inform society about mental illness and the various diagnoses. An authority that devoted itself to increasing awareness among teachers, parents, and children about things we ought to know. I'm going to say about human functioning and consciousness. Such an authority would probably be the most beneficial investment ever made in the history of modern society. Milena says, but no such entity exists. Let's get her started. #Wellbeing Philosophy Institute to make clear, creative, anti-racist, which is life-centric thinking, about human energy, potential, and well-being, a necessary global public good. Nikola Tesla in the 2020s. Phineas Gage, all these people. Harmony.